What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Panda here, and we are back with another video today. I know we are loading up on the videos, but we have two new champions in the game. If you didn't already see the first one about Falcha, please go check that out. It should have come out first, so you'll be able to watch that video right after this one, or if you want to, you can watch it before this one, come back to this one, whatever you want to do. And in this one, we are going to go over Aylin. Aylin looks crazy cool. I love the design. The blue flowing dress here, robes, whatever you want to call them, is really awesome. I love the staff. The animation on the staff is really cool. And then this headdress is very interesting and elaborate for sure. It kind of reminds me of some of the stuff from the new faction stuff that we looked at before, where they all have kind of like big headdresses or some kind of thing behind their head. Interesting little a piece of clothing there, or I guess it's not clothing, but accessory there. But yeah, Aylin is a new healer, and she is from the Infernal faction, which is great because that means she pairs well with things like Zillitu, Setrum, Hex, right? All of these Solkadens and Twin Fiend, and oop, I went away from her. You know, all of those other really good Infernal factions, which means she could potentially be a type of person to fit into those Infernal teams, right? Because she gets buffed by those, and maybe she fits in. We'll have to see. I haven't looked at her. I will say her range looks very good. It looks to be, I think this is the same as Dolores's range, so that is definitely interesting. I don't know if it maybe goes up anymore. I would assume that this is just it, right? Yeah, I would assume that this is the max range for her, but definitely a pretty large range. It looks pretty similar to like the size. It's a little bit of a different shape, obviously, but looks like similar to the size of Vortex, which is pretty awesome. So let's first talk about her talent. Receives 1 stack of Divine Moonlight every 1 second, stacking up to 50 times. And Divine Moonlight is just a healing multiplier. Okay, that's interesting. So is she just a pure healer? Is she just no buffs or anything? We'll have to see. Basic grants attack-based healing to all allies in range, so that is really good. We have an AoE healer, very powerful for sure. And we get 20% additional multiplier on top of that, which is great. And she's attack-based, which is cool. And then we have the ultimate here. So ultimate is Araya of Moon. When triggered, increase the hero's healing multiplier by 70% and speeds up heals by 100% for 15 seconds. And it goes up to 20 seconds, and it goes down to a 1,000 cost, and gives a total of 100% healing multiplier. So that is pretty interesting. I am slightly concerned that because she has so many things that increase her healing multiplier, that her base healing multipliers are very low. It's just kind of like my immediate thought. You know, kind of reminds me of like Kriya, for example, right? Where, you know, it seems like they were trying to make it so Dolores was not as effective with her. And so, you know, they gave her, you know, a really high base attack, but really low multipliers. I feel like maybe we're a little bit worried about that here. I haven't actually seen her in action, so I don't know. But it seems like interesting for sure. Speeding up heals. I mean, it's basically like a attack speed buff, which is really cool. Then we have first passive. When Divine Moonlight reaches 25 stacks, increase healing multiplier by 20%. Additionally, allies in range will receive 10% less damage. And it goes up here to 15% less damage. And drops down to 20 stacks. So that's really cool. That means that basically 20 seconds after you place her, you just get 15% damage reduction, and her heals are better. So I definitely think she's going to have a place in Gear Raid 2. If you pull her, I mean, she's going to be similar to like Sadie, in that sense, where she's just going to apply a consistent damage reduction. Which is really cool. I'd love to kind of see her paired with Sadie and see how much what the damage looks like after that. Because in Gear Raid 2, those things hit really hard. I know a lot of people can only clear it with the Volca cheese, where you remove the characters so they don't take any damage. I wonder if maybe Aylin is going to be able to make it so you don't have to do that. Could be interesting. Then we have our second passive here. For every 1 ally in range, increase the healing multiplier by 1% and acquires 1 additional stack of Divine Moonlight. Wow, okay, so it's actually faster than 20 seconds, assuming you have you know, a couple people within range. I mean, you're going to be getting 1, 2, 3 divine moonlights plus the one base, so you're going to have 4 divine moonlights every second, which means it's only going to take you 5 seconds. Yeah, that's great. And this is, of course, only if you have one ally, right? So if you have, you know, 5 allies, then you're going to be getting 15 stacks every second. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, so I mean, you're basically gonna have this up right away. I am kind of curious though if the stacks of moonlight go away. I feel like maybe that is something. Let's see. Like maybe when you trigger Divine Moonlight, or sorry, Lunar Haven, you actually eat the stacks. That could be potential. Have to kind of see how it works. But I could see that once you get to the 25 or the 20 stacks, I guess, that you consume those 20 stacks to get this buff. But it doesn't have a time frame on it, so I'm not 100% sure. It's definitely interesting. This basically looks like it's just going to make it so you can get to 50 stacks faster. Ultimately, though, I mean, it definitely seems like a very, very heavy healing set. But let's check out her Awakens. Let's see what we have here. So her Awaken 1 is increase the healing multiplier on targets with HP below 30% by 30%. I don't know how effective this really is going to be, except on maybe tanks, because if you get a DPS down to 30% health, odds are they're going to die. So it would have to be a very quick heal to kind of get them back up. But if you're in your ultimate, I mean, your attacks are going to be pretty fast at that point because you're reducing the time between heals. So maybe this is really helpful in that case. Awaken 2, we get 8 healing effect. That's cool. Here we go. Awaken 3. During the effect of Lunar Haven, further increase healing multiplier by 10%. Additionally, when Divine Moonlight reaches the max stacks, the healing range will be extended. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. I'm wondering what the extension looks like. I would assume it's probably just one in every direction. But I'd like to see if it... Does it show us? I don't... Yeah, it doesn't show us. I would like to see what this looks like with the Awaken 3 for sure. Then we go into Awaken 4, and we get 1 Rage Regen per auto. Nice. Awaken 5. When Aria of Moon ends, every stack of Divine Moonlight restores 6 Rage. Wow. Okay, so then you're going to have 50 stacks. So that's what, 50 times 6? So that's just 300 Rage, and her ultimate is 1,000, so you only then have to build up 700. So it cuts it almost in a third of the time to get back to your ultimate. I definitely feel like her ultimate is going to be up a very long time. It definitely feels like her ultimate's going to be active a lot. So I'm not sure how I feel about her. I don't really feel like there is a lot of places where you need someone that heals this much. You know, I'd like to see maybe something like, you know, you can use the Divine Moonlight to, maybe it also increases the damage or something of allies. I don't know. It definitely feels like she's going to be a crazy good healer. And it makes me wonder if we're going to have game modes, like maybe the Immortal Codex that's coming out here soon, where you need ridiculous healing. And maybe Aelin is that, right? Could be interesting. There's no ratings yet, obviously, but I'm definitely excited to see what she can do in game. I'm probably not going to be pulling on the 10 times because I don't really care too much about the epics in this 10 times. I already have a Calypso. I don't really want to pull any more Calypsos. And again, Aelin doesn't seem like a champion you really need, right? She feels like she's nice if you get her, but like if you pull a Vortex, I feel like it's probably about the same. So I'm definitely not opposed to getting her. She seems like she's pretty solid. I would be excited to see what she's capable of for sure. But let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about the new champion. If you like this video, please give it a like so that it can be seen by more and more people. If you want more content from me like this in the future, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.